Hi, I'm Alex. I'm going to present a paper uncovering the promises and challenges of social media use in the low-wage labor market, insights from employers. According to recent reports, 96% of employers reported using social media platforms like LinkedIn and Facebook to recruit potential candidates. And over 70% of employers reported using social media profiles to screen job candidates. However, it is unclear how employers of low-wage job seekers use social media in their recruitment. So our paper looks into three research questions. One, what are the promises of social media in low-wage job recruitment? Two, what kind of information and signals are employers looking for about job seekers in social media? And three, what are the challenges of using social media in the low-wage job labor market? We conducted a qualitative study with 50 employers in Southeast Michigan to address these questions. We found that employers considered personal social media like Facebook and Facebook groups helpful in recruitment because these platforms allow them to directly connect with job seekers and have direct communication through commenting and messaging. Even though no employers actively use social media to screen candidates, they attended to signals about job seekers' job readiness and commitment, especially in the direct communication and Facebook's job application features. Finally, employers reported low success rates in recruiting job seekers on social media because of the false impressions that job seekers are not being serious or motivated in their job search. Please refer to our paper for more details, but taken together, our findings illustrate how the use of social media is co-shaped by social media's material reality and the low-wage labor market's history of selecting workers who employers see as being credible, committed, and flexible. We highlight three key takeaways from our study. First, the growing tensions between the personal and professional on social media. Such tensions manifested in two ways. First, Facebook was originally designed for one's personal communication, but has now been appropriated for recruitment and job search. The information intended for personal use can be automatically populated in the employment process and scrutinized by employers. Second, past research suggests that the meshing of social contexts could help individuals to help new information and make new connections. However, to make such connections, low-wage job seekers must disclose more personal information, which leads to heightening employer surveillance. The second key takeaway is the tensions in the opportunities for low-wage job seekers to access employment information and social connections. On the one hand, Facebook groups allow job seekers to directly communicate and connect with potential employers and other job seekers, which similarly provides opportunities for low-wage job seekers, such as getting personalized support from employers, developing social capital, and getting first-hand employment information. But on the other hand, these opportunities still uphold the power imbalance between employers and job seekers. Ultimately, employers retain the power and control over which job seekers to approach and when to initiate and terminate such connections. Finally, we argue the use of social media reproduces and reinforces the existing power asymmetry between employers and low-wage workers, and it risks further destabilizing the precarious low-wage labor market. At the same time, we argue that social media potentially makes low-wage workers more accessible and in a way more replaceable. Our work identifies four design implications to help platforms like Facebook to better support low-wage job seekers' needs. First, future work can look into designing interventions to support low-wage job seekers' communication with employers by highlighting red flags and preventing them from using controversial language online. Second, social media platforms could allow job seekers to create a job search profile under the same account, like Facebook's dating profile. This can assist job seekers' boundary and impression management. Third, social media sites can help job seekers with detailed instruction on what information to provide, how to provide complete and useful information, and why such information is important for their job search. And finally, future designs can better support low-wage job seekers controlling what information is sent to employers by notifying job seekers when inaccurate information is detected. And more importantly, we want to highlight that technology and design alone cannot address the power asymmetry embedded in the structure of low-wage job market. Policies and legislation should work in concert with technology interventions to regulate the responsibilities of employers and improving the transparency in the recruitment process. Thank you.